Class and self-reports. Self-report data have been widely used to examine the relationship between social class and crime. If people across all social classes report similar patterns of criminal activity, but only those in the lower class are formally arrested, this could explain higher crime rates in lower-income neighborhoods. Conversely, if lower-class individuals report more criminal behavior than their middle and upper-class counterparts, it would suggest that official statistics accurately reflect the crime problem. Surprisingly, early self-report studies from the 1950s, especially those by James Short and F. Ivan Nye, did not find a direct link between social class and youth crime. They discovered that socioeconomic status was related to how the police, courts, and correctional institutions processed offenders, but not to the actual commission of crime. In other words, although lower and middle-class youths reported committing similar amounts of crime, lower-class youths were more likely to be arrested, convicted, and incarcerated, thus becoming official delinquents. Additionally, factors commonly associated with lower-class status, such as broken homes, were linked to institutionalization, but not to admissions of delinquency. Other studies from that period reached similar conclusions. For more than 20 years after self-report surveys became widespread, most studies concluded that there was no meaningful class-crime relationship. If lower-income individuals had more extensive criminal records than wealthier individuals, this was usually attributed to differences in law enforcement rather than actual behavior based on social class. In other words, police might be more prone to arrest lower-class offenders and treat affluent offenders more leniently. Nearly 30 years ago, Charles Tittle, Wayne Villemez, and Douglas Smith authored what is still considered the seminal review of the link between class and crime. They found little, if any, support for the idea that crime is predominantly a lower-class issue. As a result, Tittle and colleagues argued that official statistics likely reflect bias in processing lower-class offenders. In a subsequent paper with Robert Meyer, Tittle revisited existing data on the class-crime relationship and again found minimal evidence of a consistent association. More recent self-report studies generally support Tittle's conclusions. There is no clear connection between social class and crime. Tittle's findings have generated substantial debate within criminology. Many self-report surveys include minor offences such as using false IDs or alcohol consumption, which could skew results. Wealthier youths may frequently commit petty crimes like theft, drug use, and minor assault, but rarely escalate to more serious criminal activity. Those advocating for a class crime link argue that a notable association appears when only serious felonies, like burglary and assault, are examined. Some studies find that when focusing solely on serious crimes, lower-class youths are significantly more likely to engage in delinquency.